Hello everyone, I'm back with the 28 millimeter. I liked it a lot better than the 50 millimeter because I was blown out all over the screen. And with the 40 millimeter, it almost clips me too, but I like the color rendition of this lens better than either the 40 or the 50 macro. So anyhow, this is about the competition to the two microphones I bought earlier today. It's the Blue Yeti Nano. Very small, tiny microphone. I don't know if you can see it. I can zoom it, but I doubt you can see it. And then if I move it down to here, nah, yeah, you can barely see it. But anyway, I could mess with the aperture, but I don't want to. So anyway, I go back to here. So, what am I going to talk about? Okay, right here is the Best Buy Insignia, and I have it on a low profile boom arm. Okay, you've seen me use it many times. I think it sounds great, but the one thing is you can't control the volume control on this thing. I mean, I can go and do the clip and see if that works, but actually it. Am I mute still? So it works a little bit, all right? But with the Blue Yeti, and I'll put that at 60. With the Blue Yeti, either on the professional Yeti X or even the Nano, you got a volume switch, which can make it large, high volume or low volume. Here, you have to mess with the, like I'm on using Ecamm Live to mess with the volume. So if I do a quick testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does this voice sound? Okay, now if I go to the display studio, you'll see much difference. So studio, display, microphone. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hear an echo? Now let's go back to this testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's quite different, isn't it? So earlier on another video, which I scrapped, I only kept the first part, where it was unboxing. I had it on a USB extension and it was lousy, the Nano. But once I hooked it up to this wire that's hooked up to the microphone, everything worked fine. And then I realized that I forget where I hooked it up. I think USB-C or something like that. That way I try to compare it. But the big difference is you can't deal with volume unless you use the mouse for the volume control or maybe on your keyboard. So let me try something on the keyboard. I'm going to hit the mute button. I think this is what it is. Let's see what happens. Mute, mute. Okay, so I'm making it lower from the keyboard. How does this sound? Is it getting lower? Is it getting higher? That's all the way. Okay, Same thing with the studio. Let's go back to the studio. You can hear me fine. I'm going to mute it now. Can you hear anything? Can you hear anything? I see the volume going. So if I hit, let's see if I can lower it. Because mute didn't work. Is it still working? No. So I have no control over the studio display. From using the mouse, it mutes. Okay. If I go to the insignia and I go ahead and mute it, you can still hear it also. So the keyboard doesn't work. I thought it did, but it didn't. So if I bring it lower, it does work. Well, maybe not. Nope. All right. Is that working? Nope. Still working. Isn't that something? So I raised the volume and the speakers are still working. That's the problem. That's why I like the Nano. So in this part 2, you can compare with part 1. This is a shorter video, but I think you get a pretty good idea that I got a good deal. This microphone is like $39, okay? The Apple Studio is about $1,600, but you get a 5K monitor, stereo, and will record your voice, but I'd rather use the Best Buy brand. And then, of course, I got the Nano Yeti, which I think is a fantastic deal. So anyhow, thank you for watching. If you like this content, please give me a like, subscribe. Any questions, just write in the comments below. And as always, stay safe, keep smiling. Until next time, goodbye.